Hi everyone, welcome to the David Ross Education Trust YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined once again by Harry White for his 5th session with us, which is around random reactions. Thanks for coming on again, Harry. It's great to have you. I know we're going to have a fantastic session. Those who've been with us from the start, you should now be really developing those fundamental movements that are going to help you when you get back to playing your sport. Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, Alex. So I'm really excited today to bring to you our 5th session. So as normal, I'd recommend making sure you've got some water handy. There was a few little bits and bobs we needed with regards to equipment. So a sheet of paper, a pen, and some rolled up socks, okay, which we're going to use. So the session today is called Random Reactions, but actually I thought it'd be a good opportunity to sort of work through some of the best parts of the last 5 weeks. So we'll get through some mechanic work, some fast feet, accumulation, some reactions, and we'll finish with some random reactions. So really looking forward to getting into it. So we'll always start with the dynamic flex warm-up, which hopefully if you've been with us for the last few weeks now, you're getting used to that and how that works. We will then go on to a little bit of fast feet to get us warm at the end, and then we will go into some reaction-based work, which hopefully should be quite a lot of fun as well, and then we will cool down. So let's get into it then. So today we're going to start off just by bouncing on the balls of the feet. So to activate that area, remember that's one of the key areas that we need to be using, and we can bring a little bit of movement to that, forwards and backwards, okay? So using the balls of the feet. Next, let's try some jogging on the spot with good mechanics, so using the balls of the feet. Our knees don't need to come up too high, and we're using our arms at the side. Well, we can bring a little bit of movement to that, forwards and backwards. Remember to keep your head up and keep good posture. Let's change our arm movements now. So let's just do some little punches in front, working on a little bit of coordination. Okay, so little punches, and then let's give ourselves a hug. So we get a stretch in there while we're moving out and back. Brilliant, guys, well done. Next, let's go through some of our skipping techniques. So remember, skipping with that opposite arm, opposite leg, knee drive, balls of the feet. Really good again for coordination. Okay, so we start with a linear skip, which means pretty much all the joints are lined up and our arms are working well. And then we can go across, working the hips, as we said, in a slightly different way, which is good to mobilise that area. Okay, we can then go out. We can go on the spot. Remember, everything we do here, we can adapt on the spot, or we can bring a little bit of movement to it if we've got enough room. So, all good. If you can remember, if you've done it for the last few weeks, we after skipping, we do some lateral movement. Remember, SAQ is good at training multi-directional movement, which is really good for most sports. So we can laterally run sideways. Remember that posture and the quality of the arms with my head up, working on the balls of the feet, knees not coming up too hard. I can change the way I'm facing there. Still good posture, head up, maybe focus on something on the wall there. So we're going laterally there. Brilliant. Let's put in a slightly different one now. Let's do that pre-turn, where we move, remember, slowly we lift up the trailing leg. We go back, we lift up the trailing leg. Then we can speed it up now there, okay? Make it a little bit more explosive. Okay, let's now turn it into karaoke. Say this every week, a favourite of mine. Really good. Upper body going the opposite way. Working on coordination. I can change the way I'm facing. Again. So coordinating. Love that movement. Really good to get me warmed up. Then we can sidestep. Again, now we're going to get a little bit lower. Bend the knees on the balls of the feet. We're just going to go out and back, keeping that head up. Okay, there. Using the balls of the feet, pushing off the outside leg if we're working well there. Okay? Try and make it controlled, but explosive. So you're in control of the movement and you're pushing off there. Brilliant. So we can do some of our dynamic stretches. Now remember, we make them dynamic because as part of the warm-up we need to try and keep the heart rate up or increase the heart rate, and if we go too static then that comes down too quick. So we're going to today start with a walking hamstring. We step out, heel on the floor, point the toe up, and then we're going to go to the other leg. Good joint alignment there. So I'm going to do 2 on each leg, and then I'm going to change into a lunge. And today we're going to change it. I'm going to lunge down, rotate 1, 2. Okay, change leg. So lunge, remember, good joint alignment, sink, rotate 1, 2. We're going to do 1 more each side, okay? So good joint alignment, sink down, rotate 1, 2, and change again. Here we go. Rotate 1, 2. Brilliant. So we're sort of combining some of those dynamic stretches now. It's week 5. So we'll do a real challenging one now for balance as well, which I love. So we're going to start off with a quad. So what I do, quad stretch, knees together, standing leg bent, and I'm just going to hold and lift up that arm. But we're going to keep that balance, okay? And then we're going to go in front. So without losing balance, we're going to go in front and hold there, okay? Stabilise if you lose your balance a little bit. And then we're going to go back and out and hold, okay, there. Brilliant. We're going to change legs. I wonder if you could do that without losing balance, okay? So quad. Knees together, standing leg bent, lift the arm, hold for sort of 5 seconds, lift up in front, engage again, really stretching down the glute there, and then I go back and out like Superman there. And we're combining stretches now, really feeling that warm, it's good. It's working on our balance as well, it's challenging. Let's now do a Sumo Swap, okay, down, up, change the way we're facing. Down, remember to sink back, try and keep those knees behind the feet there, Sumo Swap, really, really good, excellent. And next let's go into our hurdle walk, so we lift up, okay, there we can bring some movement, we'll do it on the spot, we go out, 2 in, okay, there, hurdle walk, again that hip mobility, which a lot of us need to work on, especially if we've not been able to play the normal sports that we engage in as well. Okay, let's now do a high knee skip. Now we warm, we can drive up a little bit higher, more explosive. Okay, because we've got that bigger range of movement, which is really, really good. There, excellent. Getting towards the end of the warm-up now, so let's do some ice skating. So we go to the side, we keep that weight forward, and we keep that dynamic stability. Okay, so look, my weight, I'm not losing and my balance, my weight's going forward and I'm stabilising, which is important in a lot of different sports. Let's do some fast feet now on the spot. So let's have a good 10-second burst. Using your arms, balls of the feet, you shouldn't be able to hear a lot of noise. Head up, great posture, brilliant, okay? So that's a really good exercise to get the heart rate up. And then we can change it, we can fast feet. Okay, fire across, fast feet, 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 fire across. And then to finish the warm-up, we'll do one of our favourite, or one of my, certainly my favourite fast feet exercises, which is the Icky Shuffle. We'll have done this most weeks, but I absolutely love this. It's beneficial in a lot of different sports. It's good to get your heart rate up, finish off the warm-up. High intensity, we can do it on the spot, we can move with it depending on what space you've got. So remember the Icky Shuffle is 1, 2, 3, we push out, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully if you've been with us for the 4 or 5 weeks now, we can make it more explosive there. Okay, let's do a few sets of that, okay? Let's go, 1, 2, 3. We can count it, okay? If you're on the spot, then it's no problem still, we go down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? So you can work both ways. Okay, but the Icky Shuffle, great move there. Hopefully you can slide through that. And like we said, in the fast feet week, more intensity, high quality movements. When we get the mechanics right, we can then fire it up quicker, more explosive and work at a better intensity. Okay, let's do one more Icky Shuffle there. Here we go. Icky Shuffle, brilliant. And then to finish, let's just do some twist again. So we jump in with that twist, and we can bring in some movement with that. Bit of low impact plyometric work. Really, really good. Fantastic. Interesting fact about the dynamic flex that I think I've said before. You'll pretty much see every Premier League football team using a dynamic flex. Now, we're obviously doing out and back or on the spot because we're limited, but there's loads of different things you can do with the dynamic flex to make it interesting. You'll see a lot of the Premier League teams use a circle in and out. You can use grids. But yeah, all your top Premier League football teams use some sort of dynamic flexibility warm-up. So it's obviously tried and tested if the top teams are using it. Brilliant. So that's the dynamic flex done. So now we're going to go into the main body of the session. And like I said, it is random reactions, which is a little bit more, I think, where you guys hopefully make decisions or react on something that's not regular, that's not fixed, okay? So we challenge you a little bit more. Okay, so the first thing I thought we'd start with is you're going to create your own accumulation circuit. So remember with the circuit, we did this, I think, in week 3. And this is where if we've got room, we'd pick a shape. So I might pick a square. So what I do around that is I pick a movement to go out, a movement to go across, a movement to go back, and a movement to the side. Okay, if you're lucky enough to have that room, you do a square. If you've not got a square and you've just got a little bit of space, you use a movement to move out, a different movement to go back. Okay, so but you're going to choose the movements. I'll give you a few examples. So we've got fast feet. Okay, you might use if you lateral step, back pedal, always back pedal slowly, and then I might use lateral step again. But I want you to be creative with this. Okay, so have a think. At least 2 or 3 different movements round the circuit. If you've not got enough room for that, then you might do fast feet out, okay? You might go backwards, Icky Shuffle back, okay? Or you might use jumping. But this is where I want you to be creative when you understand the concept. We're going to do it 6 times, okay? So I'm going to start, I'm going to use the square. Hopefully you can use the square or out and back. So I'm going to start with, let's go fast feet. Okay, I'm going to hop to the side, back pedal, and hop to the other side. Okay, so fast feet, hop to the side, back pedal, and hop to the other side. I'm going to change it now, Icky Shuffle out. Okay, 2-footed jumps to the side, back pedal, 2-footed jumps to the side. Now I'm going to go from the other way. Remember, we need to go the other way, so we even it out. Okay, so this time I'm going to hop forward, lateral step to the side, back pedal, okay, and skip to the side, okay. Hop forward, lateral step to the side, back pedal, and skip to the side. And then let's do an Icky Shuffle, fast feet to the side, back pedal, and hop to the side. So hopefully you'll just be finishing off that. And I think it's a great time to have some water. Okay, so hopefully you've got some water handy. Brilliant. Said before about the accumulation circuit, if you've got someone, mum or dad or brother or sister you can work with on this, it's really, really good because you might be able to get in a bit more space. I know the weather's not great, but in the future get outside, get someone firing balls in, so you're reacting and so on, okay? So the next thing, let's go back to what we did last week, where we worked on some reactions using our couple of socks as a little ball, okay? So great for reactions, and we're going to do a challenge, okay? We're going to do a couple of different things that really try and test those reactions. So what we're going to do today is we're going to engage that ready position for a start, okay? Bend the knees, feet a little bit more than shoulder width, and weight forward. Last week, I think we dropped and we caught by having a hand out. Let's go straight to something more challenging. So we're going to drop hand behind the back, okay? So I'm going to drop and come out, okay? I'm going to drop and come out, okay? So I'm dropping and firing out, okay? Dropping and firing out, okay? If you want to make it more challenging, instead of looking up, look forward, okay? Don't look at the sock, look forward, okay? And then you're using more peripheral vision, Okay, so not looking up at it, drop and fire out there. Okay, so keep that ready position engaged, drop and fire out. Okay, let's go again. This is really good. Drop and fire out. Here we go. Hopefully you're getting some success with that. Ready, drop and fire out. Ready, drop and fire out. Couple more. Ready, drop and fire out. Drop and fire out. So that is some reactive based work with the sock. But let's challenge ourselves a little bit more now. Okay, so I did say to get a sheet of paper. So you should have a sheet of paper ready. And this is where we're going to challenge ourselves. This is much more random now. Because obviously the sock, you're dropping that, you know where the sock's going. Okay, even if you're coming out, you react, and hopefully you should have some success with that. The sheet of paper moves all over the place, and you've got to really test your reactions. Okay, so it's challenging. Okay, so let's have a go. The way I do it is I hold it up with one hand. So if I hold with my right hand, engage the ready position, drop, and then try and catch. Okay, so hold it up. Okay, ready, engage the ready position. Didn't get that one, that's where I've got to be a little bit quicker. Okay, let's try again. So hold it up, out it comes, and react and catch. Let's go again. Make sure you drop it with your right hand and your left hand as well. So you're getting it from both sides. Drop, or drop that one. So I think we should have a bit of a challenge with this one. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to do 10 drops. You're going to do 5 dropping with your right hand, trying to catch with your left hand, and 5 dropping with your left hand, trying to catch with your right hand. Obviously, you're going to get a score out of 10. It's just important to do your best, so don't worry about your score. But what I would say is, whatever score you get, unless you get 10, you can come back and try this again, and just try and beat your score. So anyway, let's have some fun with it. I'd like to do it. I've done this already this week, and I think my score was 6, so I'm going to think, can I beat 6? Okay, let's have a go then. So drop, here we go, number 1. And make sure you're doing it. 1 out of 1 for me. Hopefully you're doing well too. Okay, 2 out of 2. Engage the ready position. Doing well. Okay, ready? Drop again. Oh, drop that one. 3 out of 4. Keep going. Keep working with it. 3 out of 5. Come on. Can I get this one? Drop. 3 out of 6. So it goes all over it. It's really, really challenging. 3 out of 7. Let's go. Here we go. Come on, get this one. 4 out of 8. Nearly there. Up again. 4 out of 9. Can we get 5? Come on. Here we go. Last one. Drop. And yes, 5 out of 10. 50%. I wonder, I'll let you guys finish up. I wonder how you guys got on with that. But it's really challenging. What I like about that between the first one with the sock and the second one, I find the sock one is a little bit easier, so it's a good place to start and get yourself warmed up, reacting, and then the paper comes in, and it is much more challenging. Okay, you've got to really be on it, you've got to be alert, and you've got to have those quick reactions to catch the paper. Okay, so really, really good. So next, we're going to now go on to using our paper again, but what we're going to do with your pen, okay, and these are the ones I prepared earlier, is you're going to write the colours down again. So you're going to write red and then rip it up. You can write green, okay, white as well, and blue. Now last week we set these up in a square. This week we're going to go for a bit of a diamond shape, okay? So one at the front, one at the side, one at the back, and then one to the other side. Okay? So I love this reaction-based drill. It's great for sports, for football, for table tennis, where you stand in the middle. Okay, I'm going to call, so if I say blue, and I'm going to let you choose. You can either touch with your foot, okay? So I'd go blue, my blue's to the front, doesn't matter which order you have yours in. Red is to the side, white to the side, and green at the back, or I could touch with my hand. Blue, okay, come on, white, red, and green, so on, okay? So just let you get that set up, and you're going to choose, okay, which You're going to choose whether you use your hands or you use your feet. But the key is be ready in that ready position and try and make it explosive, whatever you're doing. Okay, that's the key to this drill. So hopefully you're in your ready position. You're in the middle of your diamond. Okay, and we're going to go, I'm going to go with my hands. We're going to go blue. Okay, white, red, blue, red, white, green, blue, red, white, blue, green, keep going, red, red, white, blue, green, red, blue, red, white, green, and have a breather there. Now you're probably thinking, that was easier for you because I'm calling it out. And yeah, you're right, it was. But hopefully you guys were able to use that. Now, I say this every week, but the best thing for me is if I can introduce something to you that you can take away that you're going to use. So I'd always say with this concept, it's even more fun if again you can get mum or dad or brother or sister to call the colours for you and maybe fly the socks in every so often so you're having to react. Be creative, you can use it if if you're lucky enough to get outside. Receive a football while you're reacting. You see some of the top teams using this type of drill. So again, that is the most important thing for me is if I've been able to help introduce something to you that you might take something away and use again. And that is where SAQ is really, really good. So we're going to now pick up our papers. Okay, maybe keep them. And you could get even more creative in your own time. You might colour them in, which will add another dimension to it. So, yeah, that's up to you. So we're going to get into a bit of a cool down now, which we always do. And we work down from about 50% down to not some static stretching as part of the cool down. So let's start with some jogging on the spot today. Okay, about 50%. Okay, so jogging, if you want to bring some movement to it, bring some movement to it. Okay, let's try a dead leg, okay, as part of the cool down. Not too fast, we've done that, and we can always use some mechanics work as part of the cool down. So I'm dead legging, remember, opposite arm, opposite leg, lift the knee up, and then I can alternate the dead leg. Okay, there, as part of the cool down. Really, really good. Let's just do some linear skipping. Okay, about 30–40%. So we're bringing that heart rate back down. Okay, we're dispersing that lactic acid as well. Okay, we're going to avoid any aches or pains tomorrow. Let's bring that knee out. Really, really good. Let's slow it up a little bit again. There, forwards and backwards. Let's do some butt kicks now. About 30%. Not too fast. You can bring some punches in with that if you want. Okay, but butt kicks, okay, 30%, really good. Let's do some hurdle walking, nice and slow, bringing that heart rate back down, mobilising that area. Really, really good. Excellent, let's put some stretching in there as well. Let's do some leg raises, quite slow though, so lifting up, lift that leg up. Really good. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Fantastic. Okay, let's do a static quad now. And again, let's try and engage that balance. Standing leg, slightly bent. You can raise your arm just in front and hold that stretch. We can hold it a bit longer. And then let's just have a little jog and then change legs. There, so squeeze it in there, really feeling that, it's excellent. From there, let's do a big step to the side, and let's do a side lunge, so bending in there, you feel it in your groin area, try and sink down, bottom back again, and let's come up and change legs again, really, really good. Brilliant. So next, let's reach up really, really tall, get onto the balls of the feet. Up, hold onto the balls of the feet, hold that balance, arms out, and down again. Let's just do another one of those. So up onto the balls of the feet, reach up. Take a couple of deep breaths, down again. And let's really bring that heart rate back down, reach up. Okay. And come back down. So what I'd like to say first of all is thank you to you guys for joining us. Obviously, and the David Ross Education Trust, I'm very, very grateful to them for giving me the opportunity. And it's fantastic that they have decided to share these sessions on their YouTube to everyone. So what I'd say to you is please feel free to come back to the sessions, whether you do it all or you think I want to just see the dynamic flex to prepare myself for a run, or whatever you're doing, there might be parts of it that you use. Okay, but massive thank you to you guys. Been an absolute pleasure. Remember to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the content, share the content, and we're really, really grateful for that. But come back to it. Keep practicing. That is the most important thing. Come back to these sessions. Keep practicing. I'm going to be continuing to create content to try and help you. But thanks again. It's been an absolute pleasure for having me. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Harry. That was fantastic again. Guys, I know obviously you've got the half term now coming up. Like Harry said, the content, all of those videos that Harry's done previously for us, you can watch those back. You can master these movements that we've been working on. These are going to help you in your day-to-day movement, in general life. They're going to help you with your hand-eye coordination and also your balance. But it's not going to be long now, hopefully, till we can get back playing our sport as well. Please like and share the videos and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And obviously, in the description below, we'll be placing some links where you can find some of Harry's work as well. Thank you, Harry. Great stuff again. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Take care.